Recording on everything?
Yeah.
All 5 cameras?
We're moving.
Wow. All right. Welcome to the Garden Groove Podcast, episode 11.
That's right.
Special
Lucky 11, right?
Lucky 11.
I didn't
Special
think
edition.
about that till now.
St. Patrick's Day episode. We're filming on St. Patrick's Day today. This will be out Friday.
We'll be out not on St.
Not on
Patrick's.
St. Patrick's Day. But currently it is St. Patrick's Day, so we had to dress up. With us today we have Gears, some friends of mine from recording school, and a all-around super talented band. They're here to play some songs. We're going to talk music, kind of go through their lineage and what they're up to now. They have a new record out called Atlas. It is very sick, and they're going to play some stuff from that. How are y'all doing?
Good, man. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you guys for doing this.
Yeah, man.
This
We've
is
been
so
so
cool.
stoked.
Yeah.
So stoked.
I don't know if there's a
Man.
better
Yeah,
way to
this is our
spend
first
St.
time doing a
Patty's
full
Day.
band and the podcast at the same time.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's pretty
Well, we're
exciting.
happy to be the first ones.
Yeah. So y'all are gonna play some songs for us. I guess everybody introduce themselves real quick and say what you play. And
My name's Jordan Kaye. I play bass for Gears.
Damn straight.
No way.
I'm Chandler Grammer. I play guitar and sing for Gears.
We're Gears, yeah. My name's Andrew, and I play keys with the Gears.
Oh, y'all are all in the same.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
I knew it.
My name's Christian Crew, and I play drums in Gears with these guys.
Right, with the rest of Gears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of my
With
best
the rest
friends.
of them. Well, with that out of the way, why don't we jump into I don't mean to say it like that. Why don't we jump into a song?
Yes, please.
What do we have first?
All right. So yeah, we just put out a record called Atlas, but we've also been over the past year. We've been recording a lot at Blackbird Studios, and so this first song is one that we did. We did this one last March, I think. So about a year ago, we tracked this one, and we've been playing it out live, and we really like it. It's called The New York State Electrician. Oh, my friend's a fool. Oh, but his dad's so cool. You know, he used to drive the bus that took us to school. But then one day, they upped and they moved away. Said Dad had found a job working for better pay, but it takes some kind of opportunity to move them away. His dad's the New York State electrician, and boy, never comes home. He's spending late nights in the office. The thought of meeting deadlines on his mind. A quick drink and then he's off to bed. Whoa. He feels fine. He feels fine. His dad's the New York State electrician, and boy, can he fry an egg. He's always standing on his last leg. All the neighbors call him the Flamingo Man. You know he wasn't always in this position. Once upon a time, he dreamed of working out on Capitol Hill, Did he trade it in for the money? No. Did he trade it in for the thrill? Did they get him with the benefits? Whoa. Either way, he fit the bill. Now he's waking up on Monday, excited for work. Oh, he cooks a little breakfast. He irons his shirt. No, no. When he gets into the office, sits in his chair. After 20 years of service, he mumbles a prayer. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh, yeah! Ooh, ooh, ooh,
All
Thank
right.
you. Thank
But
you.
like all the tempo changes and like
Yeah, that
so
was very
tight.
fun.
Nice.
Appreciate it a
So
lot.
fun.
So I guess maybe just walk me through how this lineup came to be, and I think I know most of the story behind this band, but for the people watching, maybe just give us a little like brief band history and kind of what y'all are up to. And
Yeah, 100%. So Christian and I, we met, we're both from Alabama. We met like growing up. I guess it was what, 6th grade?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, yeah.
you gotta get that.
We got to get them in as much as we can, right? But yeah, we met when we were like 11 and started kind of playing together. By the time we were like 14, 15, we had a band together that we called Gears, you know, and then just kind of trucked on. From there, did a couple things in college, put out like our first EPs and stuff, started recording. And then in 2020, we moved up here to go to Blackbird Academy. That's where we met Jackson and met Andrew here. And we drafted Andrew into the group and started playing. And then Andrew left us. Andrew left us. He abandoned us and went to Berkeley. College of Music for a minute to finish up his schooling there. And we met Jordan just out on the scene. Had to have him as soon as we heard him, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
we
that's-
saw him
that's
playing
the
with
missing
another
ticket.
band, and after that show, we decided we're gonna find out who that guy is, and we're gonna steal that
Nice.
bassist.
Was that in Nashville?
Yeah.
Where you were playing?
It
Okay.
was actually at Fat Bites.
Okay.
Oh yeah, y'all play Fat Bites a good bit.
Yeah, great spot. We used to play
Where's
there all the
Fat
time.
Bites?
It's over in Donaldson.
I don't know it.
It's actually right across the street from that Irish restaurant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
McNamara's.
Yeah.
Well placed. Well
Yeah,
placed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Great,
cool.
hey, great place as well.
Yes, great.
Great
Yeah.
place. All Irish music, live Irish music.
All
really
right.
cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Very cool.
But yeah, we met Jordan there and set our sights on him, and then eventually stole him and awaited for St. Andrew's return from Berkeley, and then got it going. I mean, that's been a while now. I mean, that's been probably what,
Year and a half.
a year and a half, 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
We've
yeah.
all been playing together.
Well,
And just going from there, you know, we a lot of that time we were finishing up our record Atlas, and then starting in like last March, we started doing some recording sessions for our next record. So we're going back to record next week, kind of a week and a half from now.
Yeah, the 25th.
Yeah,
25th.
and that should
Week and a day.
basically get the rest of the tunes that we need for the record. So we're really excited about that.
Very cool.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry.
Go
I'm
ahead,
just curious.
go ahead.
Sorry. So who all is Blackbird? Are you Blackbird?
I'm Blackbird, yeah.
You're also Blackbird. Okay.
We are.
I'm the
Blackbird.
only one not black.
You're the okay. It's you and me then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be the outlier.
I got it.
We got you beat 4-3 in this room. right
Uh-huh.
now. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Blake is here. He's back there hiding, but he has been.
Hey, Blake.
He didn't get a
integral-
camera.
Yeah, he didn't get a camera, but he has been helping out, and he's Irish as well. His
I'll
last
give him
name
a
is
phone
Brennan.
camera. Hold on.
Yeah, there we go. We need a little
give
shot.
him a phone shot. Cool. So y'all are doing the new stuff at Blackbird, which y'all have immensely lucked out getting
Yeah, I
as
mean,
much
that's-
time there as you have.
It's been so nice.
Yeah.
Because Atlas, other than one of the songs, our song "Friend" off of Atlas, that's a track from Blackbird that we cut. Me and Christian had already recorded it and had been working on it, and we ended up getting like a bonus week due to like a cancellation or something, where like we got to come back another time. So partially we were kind of scrambling for more songs to go record, but also we had thought like it might be nice to recut that one, and it really fit with like, I mean, I know they can do any sort of sound, but we're like, that would just come out really nice, and that very like just raw, like, you know, the sound in the room sort of feel.
Yeah.
So we cut that song "Friend," and then the rest of Atlas was all home recorded. And so then this LP is all, at least as of our knowledge right now, all Blackbird recorded,
All Blackbird.
which would be a lot of fun. We did 5 weeks last year, and then we're doing another one in about a week, and then we're doing another week in June as of right now. So
I didn't
we got a
know
lot
you
of
did
songs.
5.
Wow.
Yeah. 4 songs each time. So after June, we'll have cut 28 songs. And we're not George Harrison, so a lot of those are going to come off the record.
Yeah.
We're not going to put out All Things Must Pass, you know.
How's the selection process for that been? Has it been a lot of fighting and yelling at
Well,
each other over
for what to record or what makes the record?
for what makes the record?
We're saving the fight for a later date, yeah.
Okay,
We were
yeah.
actually talking
Kicking
about
the can
that
down the
today,
road.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like we're going to have a lot, you know, and
Yeah.
Atlas was very, and it's not a concept record, but it's kind of tied together with like general themes, you know?
Yeah,
like
it
we
all
went in wanting to make a certain kind of record with a certain kind of sound and certain themes kind of overall.
Mm-hmm.
This record, we're kind of looking at it as more of just like a collection of songs, you know?
Yeah.
So we kind of want to let the dust settle, get all the songs tracked, because a lot of them have surprised us one way or the other. Like once you get it off the page, so to speak, and like
Yeah.
recorded and you can really hear it, you know?
Yeah, the way that it
It changes things. So we're definitely, I think we're just going to sit down once we have them all.
Yeah.
And be like, what has to be on it, you know?
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a greatest hits type of thing.
Yeah, it'll be a
Yeah.
greatest hits of our Blackbird time, you know? And then we'll have a lot of stuff left over that we're
Yeah.
not really quite sure what we'll do with, but we like it all. I mean, it's going to be
Right.
hard to choose for sure.
Yeah, all that extra stuff that could be. You got singles and EPs for.
Yeah, you know,
days
I mean,
with
it's
all
going to be
that.
weird to try to figure out like
Or
what
just
to
leave it in the vault.
you know, because some
One
of them
day.
are. I mean, we scrambled some because we got a lot of bonus weeks just from
Yeah.
cancellations and things. So, like, you know, we did like a Christmas single, a cover of like a Christmas song. like re-recorded some old song, stuff that like probably won't be necessarily in contention, but still
Right.
we'll end up with like a record and a half or 2 records worth of tunes,
Yeah.
and then just figuring out like what makes the best record for now. That's kind of our idea,
Yeah.
Because stylistically, I mean, we'll play a couple today that you kind of see like, some of them are very different from each other.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see like if we want to kind of make it a certain vibe or songs that complement each other, or if it's just like I like this song, I like this song, I like this,
right.
So we'll see. We're trying to make a no skip, a no skip record.
Absolutely. I think that's a good approach. Stockpiling is always good because then you can really trim the fat and just get to the absolute, best.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's common, right? Or just about.
Yeah, pretty common. I have a hard time doing it because I either love a song or I hate it, and then
Sure.
I hate it too quickly, and then I don't. So- but
Wasn't it-
it's a way better method, I think.
Yeah.
To get like a solid record.
My drum teacher back home, he played in a band called Rose Hill Drive. They like warmed up for the Who and
Oh, sick.
Van Halen and all that. But anytime they would make an album, they would do like 25 songs.
Yeah.
A shit amount of songs, and then just pick 12 off of that or something and go with that.
You got to
But-
cast a wide net sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's a cool way to do it. I mean, there's definitely different approaches to it, and we've never done one like that. We've never been in this position, I mean, it just so happened to line up that like
Out that way, yeah.
yeah. And what's funny is like it's all basically songs that were written while we were finishing Atlas. It was like songs written in the meantime while we're working on this one record.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we were writing for a project.
Right.
Which I think makes it come out interesting.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like,
no like. That's
there's
very,
no common thread,
Right.
Other than like phases they were written in, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
I wrote these couple of whatever rootsy tunes or these couple of indie sort of tunes together or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's been interesting because they were all just sort of like in passing. I mean, some
Right.
of them date back, like the nuggets of some date back a while. Like one of our favorites that we've been working on is called "Truth Be Told," and the first voice memo of that one's from like 2019.
Yeah.
Like just like laying in my bed at the end of college, I came up with this little idea and then it just lied dormant for like 4 years, and then just kind of expanded on it. It turned into something really cool,
So cool.
Yeah, that's like one of our staples live.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice live song.
So
I mean, it's cool on the record too, I think, but I agree, like live, it's got a good energy,
Well, do you want to play another one?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But yeah,
You know,
you're
this
the
is-
middleman.
this is a tax.
That's your tax. Yeah, that's fair.
It's a tag.
It's only fair.
The Guinness tax.
All right, so yeah, this is another one actually. I guess the way we lined it up, actually, just to go ahead and
Yeah.
say it, we have 3 songs we're gonna do that are post Atlas, so unreleased, whatever things that we've recorded in this past year, and then I think if as long as we follow the game plan, we'll close with an Atlas track.
So fun.
Yeah, since we're not playing a lot of Atlas, we're called the Gears or Gears. There's no the, and we have an album called Atlas on all streaming services. So
Go get
Run it up.
today.
every stream's what, a sixth of a cent? What's the rate?
Yeah.
That's probably generous. Yeah.
We need a lot for our water bill, man. We use a
Need
lot
a
of
million
water.
to make like 1,500 each. So
Golly.
Alrighty. So yeah, this one's called When I See You Tomorrow. Heading out into the desert, such a perilous escape. But a man does what he needs to clear his head. Oh, out in the dry Saharan weather, we watched a parade. I think we're in a little over our heads now. That's why I'm writing you this letter. Can't wait to be with you across a pack of leopards, but we ran them all away. We had to give them Andrew, but that's okay. Now day 5 drive is ending, and our bags are feeling light. I think we have enough to see us through the night. That's why I'm writing you this letter, to tell you that I'll be alright. When I see you tomorrow, put a smile on there. When I see you tomorrow, put a smile on for me. When I see Andrew Rose on the keyboard. Laying out under the starlight, making angels in the sand. It won't be long till I'll be there holding your hand.
Hey everybody, we're interrupting the podcast because we want to show you kind of what's really going on here at Garden Groove. This is a place where people can come in, record podcasts like we're doing now, but we can also record full bands in here. We've also had some people record just drum content or just drum tracks. So there's all sorts of options here, and that's kind of where Jackson comes in.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Jackson Maddox. I am the head audio engineer here at Garden Groove. So we have a lot of great gear now that we are really, really excited to share. The sound in the room is awesome. We've been recording bands in here. We've had people come in and do drum cover videos. And the way that this studio is laid out is so that you can come in here and feel like you can do whatever you can imagine in here. So we would love for you to bring in your next project, whatever that may be, and we would love to just be a part of that and help you out.
And if you also just want to hang out, we're doing monthly master classes. That's every last Monday of the month. So every month we're going to feature a new artist and entrepreneur in Nashville, diving into different Ableton things, diving into different photography and all sorts of different stuff. So you can check that out on all of our socials, and it'd be good to meet you all. And have a good day. And
Signing off. That was good.
Is it weird to clap? It's so good.
Three of us. There's three
So
of us in here
good.
to clap. That was awesome.
Where'd you learn to sing? Because you get a good grit. And
Thank
it's like
you. I
this
really
deep,
appreciate
like,
that.
Powerful.
I think it honestly came from like when me and Christian were first playing together. Like I was just a guitar player, he was just a drummer, and we were just jamming. And I think we had kind of thought originally like we might get a singer because like we're not singers,
Sure.
But then like after we jammed for a long time, I think the idea of like us being in charge was too like
Sounded pretty good.
yeah, it was so good. So it's like we gotta start singing,
Yeah, totally.
So I just kind of started. I was a big, I mean, still am, big fan of Paul McCartney.
Sure.
I mean, all around, but vocally, I used to love the way he could sing like so smooth and sweet and then just like flip a switch.
Yeah.
I think like the first time I heard Golden Slumbers off of Abbey Road, it's like right at the end, kind of like in the middle of the medley stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the sweetest lullaby song. And then he kicks into this like guttural, just like deep, raspy thing. And it was like, ooh, you can do that?
Yeah.
Like you can do both?
Right.
I definitely hear what you're getting at with your singing style too.
Yeah, thank you, man. I really
I
appreciate
definitely
that.
hear that now that you described it.
And it's like, I think a lot of it too, honestly, like coming up, it was kind of like almost out of self-consciousness. I mean, like I'm a big like rock guy, especially when I was first starting, like most guitarists, like you first get into classic rock, so it's like Led Zeppelin and Aerosmith and all these groups where like it's very rock forward, but also it's kind of like that thing, like if you click on your distortion pedal, you can miss a couple more notes than if you're just playing clean,
Yeah.
So like with vocals, I kind of feel like if I distort the voice, there's less of a chance that something will like sound really out of pitch,
Sure.
And that's that was definitely an influence as well.
That's so cool.
What about the chord changes that y'all are doing? Where is that influence coming from? Because there was
Steely Dan.
Steely Dan. There's a lot of
Yeah.
major sevenths
Yeah.
and like just like complex sort of walk downs and stuff. And I'm so basic the way that I write songs, so that's like very foreign to me.
Right.
It's cool. It's fun to watch.
No,
It's
thank
like-
you, man. It I took a lot of in college. In high school, I took some like piano lessons for a while, and they just kind of morphed into like catch-all music lessons.
Yeah.
And my teacher, Matt Wiley, if anyone is aware of him, he's an absolute just genius master. So he really like turned me on to like the world, because like when I came to him, I was still very classic rock.
Yeah.
And then he was just very jazz forward and really just turned me on. I mean, people I knew of but hadn't gotten into at the time. Like I got really into like Billy Joel and Stevie Wonder and Steely Dan and then like some jazz guys and this, that, and the other. And so it just kind of, I got addicted, to like that rich, sometimes I think it's too rich, but just like rich chords,
Yeah.
And then it helps. I mean, then you come up here, me and Christian get into that thing. We're like, this is really cool. And then we meet these musicians who are able to like bring it to the nth degree in that way. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
It really
good.
fell into place.
That's a good segue into like, what about everybody else? Where are y'all coming from when you're playing Gears music? You want to just go around?
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like where I'm coming from as far as
Like stylistically, like your influences and
Okay,
stuff.
yeah.
Like what
Yeah.
drummers like really inspired the way you approach this music?
I'd say like for drums, my first love was Don Henley.
Don Henley.
Listen to the Eagles records and
Yeah.
his fills and everything are just amazing. But now I'd credit Levon Helm for sure.
Okay.
I think that was the drummer that made me realize like how to just serve the song and just
Right.
staying in the pocket is what's
Right.
most important and everything. But Chan's actually the guy that taught me how to play drums on a electric drum kit in his parents' garage in 6th grade.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember he showed me how to play a backbeat. And he's like, "This
Yeah.
is 90% of songs. This is all you got to do." You know.
This is called 2 and 4.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll know it.
exactly. Yeah, but no, that's it.
What about you, Jordan?
As far as for me, I really grew up in a household where my mom listened to just so much Stevie Wonder, Temptations,
Yeah.
Boys to Men, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was like super big into Sly Stone. Like in high school, George Clinton, Sly Stone, those are my absolute idols.
Nice.
And if like the Chili Peppers kind of crossed that line.
Yeah.
So that early on that really inspired me to like play bass and like actually dedicate myself to that instrument. And then later, getting into jazz and stuff, like when
Sure.
I first heard Thelonious Monk, that blew me out of the water.
Yeah.
And then I went on that whole thing, and Steely Dan is another band that definitely influenced me a little bit. But I'm also a big Fish fan as well.
Okay,
Definitely got to
yeah.
mention
You're
that.
one of those.
so,
All right.
Mike Gordon,
That says a lot.
who I've actually met several times.
Cool.
He's one of my biggest influences. But so is Jaco Pastorius.
Sure.
And they both have completely different playing styles and approaches to the instrument. So I've kind of tried to split
You're
right
somewhere
down
in the middle.
right
Right.
down the middle of it. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Very cool.
So that's for me.
Awesome. What about you, Andrew?
I mean, like musically,
I know you're
I
you're
listen-
pretty like all over the place with your influences.
yeah, to say the least. I mean, I grew up in a household where my mom was a karaoke DJ, so I listened to a lot of pop music and a lot of just like oldie classics. Like I'd have to go to the bar and help her set up all her speakers in some dive, and I'd be getting like a Shirley Temple at the bar while
Totally.
everyone's drinking and singing. But then I went to jazz school and I listened to a lot of R&B. But I'm also a very big jam band fan, and especially a big Ween fan. And I think the weirdness in like Ween tunes mixed with like the pop and R&B like key stuff kind of melds well with what the Gears do in a weird way. It's just like it's something that's a little different than maybe what you'd imagine would happen. I kind of just I don't know, when I feel like when a song gets brought to me, I'm always like, well, there's not really a keys part right there. I have to kind of
No, and
figure it
that
out.
is
Sure.
like the funny part. Like, since we kind of the way that we're set up, is we're bringing these songs in. A lot of times they're like Logic demos, or I mean, sometimes we've had a couple that were just voice memos. That like we're gonna play, and like, I play bass. Obviously, not like Kid Brother plays bass, but I play some bass as guitarists like to claim they can do.
Yeah.
And so like there'll be bass on the record, but a lot of the demos won't even have keys on the record or on the on the demo or whatever. So it's awesome. I mean, being able to bring the stuff to these guys and hear how they interpret things. There's a lot of overlap in all of our styles, but also with like the main artist we all listen to is different, like very different.
Yeah.
I would say, like kind of different niches or whatever. So. But I think it melds well, because I
very
feel like our
unified
music is
sound.
very kind of eclectic anyway, like
I
stylistically.
will say that when I met these guys, it was kind of the first band that I didn't have to like censor myself with my playing.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can
Like
be yourself.
not tone myself down at all. Like I
Yep.
could just express myself through my instrument, and all of us can do that.
Right.
Like none of us step on each other's toes while we're doing it, and I think that's why we meld so well together.
Well, yeah. So one of my favorite bands of all time is Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
Right? And Dave, but what
Dave.
he does, like everybody in that band has a completely different style, has a completely different approach to the instrument, and all that melds together into this beautiful thing that some people hate, but most people love, that we call the Dave
I love
Matthews
Dave
Band.
Matthews.
Yeah,
He's
we're
fantastic.
a big Dave
Are
Matthews.
you
I
Dave
definitely-
fans?
I mean,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
amazing musicians, and if you
Yeah.
ever seen them live, they're one of the tightest bands you could ever see.
100%.
So
Well
props.
rehearsed.
Shout out to Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
No, and that's definitely like a big influence just in general, I think, or like bands like that are obviously like their band bears Dave's name. So like it doesn't come across this way, but like, just like ensemble casts
Right.
of bands where it's like the band, I mean, they're probably my favorite group, and
Yeah.
it's like there's no lead guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like everyone's just serving whatever it is they're doing, you know, at any given time. I mean, the Beatles are that way too. You know what I mean? Like a lot of groups, even if they have a lead guy, like having Bernard Purdie drumming, Larry Carlton playing guitar.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the Donald Fagen show. It can be. Bernard Purdie's on drums. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it can't be the Bernard Purdie
Yeah.
show if Larry Carlton's playing guitar.
Right.
You know, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think there's not as much of that in today's day and age, right? Because we have a lot of DJs and we have a lot of, like, when I moved to Nashville, I was kind of thinking there was going to be a lot of bands.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bands, but those bands are made up of freelance musicians. And obviously, they sound fantastic. But there's not a lot of bands like you guys are. Where it's
Yeah.
like everybody's like close friends since 15 years old.
yeah.
Where do you find that? But not only that, but just like bands that you guys see each other frequently.
Yeah.
It's
I
not like,
feel like
oh
a-
yeah, we were on a gig 4 years ago. I remember you. Like
Well,
it's
I
a
feel
different
like a lot
thing.
of people move to Nashville. They want to, like, they have their sights set on being a solo artist.
100%.
And then
The
they
singer-songwriter city.
Then they just
Yeah.
hire people, and then there's you see the band, and you're like, oh, that's great music, but there's no chemistry
Yeah.
amongst the whole thing. There's no authenticity.
They're
you
just
know what I
holding
mean,
it
or anything
together.
like that, so.
They're just executing the song.
Yeah.
No, and everyone's
Yeah.
such killer
Totally,
musicians.
yeah, it's
that
very
like,
true,
you
yeah.
know,
Executing.
This is how the song
What
just
did
sounds.
you say?
I mean, everyone's such killer musicians that it's like,
Yeah, it sounds
you know,
fun.
I mean, my goodness, you know, like they'll rip
Yeah,
the
sounds
tune.
great.
But I agree. I mean, it definitely surprised us too. I mean, we have a lot of friends and like, you know, band friends that are bands in the classic
Yeah.
sense of band.
Yeah.
But we definitely have met, I would say, a lot more of the sort of group that is, you know, like they're backing up the lead guy's songs, the lead girl's songs, or
a lot of hired
or whatever,
guns.
you know, and hired guns. Yeah, and like I mean, that's cool. This is like the city for it. It's like
Yeah.
the only city, maybe in the world that is even a thing. You know,
Probably
I
in
mean,
the world.
at least close. You
What
know,
a
I mean,
crazy thing.
I know they
Yeah.
have the scenes and other places, but like it is so prominent here.
Right.
I mean, just the whole Broadway circuit. I mean, that is like kind of what that is, you know.
Right.
And you can make like a great living playing just like regular gig. I mean, that's like a really special thing that the city has. But
Yeah.
we definitely like. We're very nostalgic
Yeah.
for the days of yore. You know.
Yeah.
It's like there's something about a rock and roll band. You
Yeah.
know, that's like that seems
Absolutely.
fun. Like. Just get together with your best friends in the world and
What a-
play the music you want to play the most. You know,
And it's
right.
rare. You know what I mean? Like it is rare to find a group of guys like this that you can do that, and we can see each other every
yeah.
week.
There's been a lot of
rehearsals.
other gears. You know,
Right.
I feel like that's one of the things that benefits us the most is that even outside of playing in the band and making music together, like we'd still hang out. We would still get together once, twice a week, and
still go to
you know,
Monell's for midnight breakfast. You know,
Yeah,
that'll always be
Midnight
there.
breakfast.
Oh man,
shout out Monell's.
Shout out
Shout out
Monell's.
to Monell.
That's
People stop going there for midnight breakfast so that we can go and get our table faster.
Yeah, you don't want to blow up your spot now by
Yeah,
right.
announcing it on the podcast.
But everybody go to cookout.
Don't go to
every Saturday
everybody
night.
cook out.
Place
we
to
ever
be.
said that.
Check us in the the drive-through.
One time we were there, and we were there late at night, it's open late at night,
So strange.
and it was so packed.
Yeah.
And I started chanting, cook out, let's all go to cook out. Trying
to get 'em
lead
out there.
a group of
Out of there.
everybody
Totally.
out of the building.
That may or
That's
may
awesome.
not have had something to do with the last time we went in, them giving us our own table in a separate room
Yeah.
away from
Yeah.
everybody
Put
else.
them into the side.
May or
All
may
by
not
ourselves
have.
at this long table, eating fried chicken at 2:30 a.m.
That's awesome. Doesn't
Corn
get better than
fritters.
that.
It's best, man. If you ever play a Saturday gig, go to Monell's after. It's a real treat.
Definitely.
I've never
$20, all you can eat Southern breakfast at 1 a.m.
That sounds so
Hard to
good.
beat.
That's one of our questions that we ask every guest is what's your hole in the wall food recommendation? So if you have a second one, I'm going to ask that after this next song.
Okay, I'll be thinking.
Monell's, it might be, but if that's the answer, that's okay.
Well, and
I mean, thank you for the
specifically
heads
Monell's
up, though.
Midnight
been.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're not gonna be able to think about the song.
Yeah,
Because I don't
not at
wanna-
all. This is going to be the worst
So
take
think
I've
about
heard
that
all
while
day.
you're playing. Don't
We're gonna
mess
play
up. And
Restaurant song.
I would have to say, I mean, cookout is like the OG of
come on.
post gig food.
Yeah.
Ask
Oh,
anybody,
100%.
they're like, cookouts.
Oh, it doesn't get better than a big double burger tray with some white cheddar cheese bites.
White cheddar cheese
Now
bites,
they do
man.
the jalapeno cheese fries.
That's really
it's-
our goal.
It's
Like,
ridiculous.
if we could get our version of the Travis Scott meal, but at cookout.
The Gears
The Gears meal?
We need the Gears meal.
Oh my goodness,
That's
bro.
great.
Oh
The,
my goodness, bro.
The
Like
peanut
that
butter,
would be the play.
the peanut butter Oreo milkshake. Have any of y'all had that?
It would literally, it
No.
would probably kill me.
It's
Yeah, I don't
awesome.
think that seems like
it's
evil.
So it's
I'm, like,
degenerate,
allergic.
you know?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're allergic.
I'm allergic.
It is.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
to. I have to stay away from the shakes at cookout, man. They,
Really? Did you have a bad experience?
They'll slow
no,
you
they're
down.
wonderful.
They're too good.
They're too good.
Cookout
I know.
shakes are the fruit of
They're
the
not
knowledge
even
of
really
good and
shakes
evil.
either. You can't really like suck a cookout milkshake.
Watch
you know?
me, Jackson. No, it's too much, man. Because I still got to get the sweet tea. You know, I still got to get the extra white cheddar cheese bites. Like it just
Yeah,
starts
yeah.
getting to be like a week's worth of caloric intake.
Yeah. Well,
I gotta,
Blake and
you know.
I call it a degenerate order. You
Yeah,
know? It's like
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
becomes degenerate beyond a
I
certain
mean, every
point.
once in a while you got to do it.
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta
not here
just
to,
treat
you know,
yourself.
I'm
and
not
just-
holier than thou, but
Here than thou, you mean?
I'm going to check our levels real quick, and then do you want to jump into a third song? Cool.
Bit of a leash.
yeah, we're not, you know.
Yeah, alcohol is bad unless you're drinking Guinness.
They're nice.
That's the pitch.
nice.
Right
We'll put some reverb when you said that too.
Drink responsibly. Drink
In my
Guinness.
coffee cup.
Nice.
I kind of
You're
stumbled
killing
over
it.
my words there too. That made it even better.
Drink responsibly. Drink Guinness.
That's it.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, do we want to run a third song? Are we?
I would enjoy that quite a lot.
I would like that.
We doing Keep Wishing?
So yeah, we the first song we played, the New York State Electrician, and this next song we're about to do, we did last March at Blackbird, and then When I See You Tomorrow, we did last September, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to round it out, kind of have a full year of spread out recording with this recording week here in about a week, and then try to get them out because Atlas was a long time coming. You know, we'd been working on that for years, so we want to keep this one we want the songs to still be fresh when they come out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, this is another one we've been really excited about. It's called Keep Wishing. It's kind of like it's like kind of humorous. I try to be a little funny, just talking about, it's kind of from the point of view of someone who thinks like if you just wish hard enough, you know what I mean? Like whatever you're wishing, kind of like a manifestation sort of thing, you know? So in the song, he's trying to like recruit his friends to like wish with him. Like, we'll all just sit here and wish, man.
It'll
you know?
come true.
It's what it feels like sometimes, you know?
It is. It's very true.
Wishes were horses, then beggars would ride, and I'd be halfway to the moon. But wishes are just wishes, and horses just don't care. And I'm just here sitting alone in my room. If we keep on wishing, it's likely that something will have to be done. Oh, wishing, wish a little while with me. Keep wishing, wish a little while with me. If wishes were horses, and beggars would ride, and we'd be halfway to the moon. I can't help but wish now. Every time a star goes by. Whoa, oh now. Every time. Oh, every time. Oh, my room. Oh, keep wishing. Wish a little while with me. I said keep wishing. Wish a little while with me. Oh, keep wishing. Wish a little while with me. Keep wishing. Wish a little. Wish. I said, keep wishing. Wish a little while with me. Oh, keep wishing. Wish a little while with me. Oh, keep on.
Hell
Right
yeah.
on. Thank you.
Loved that. That's awesome.
We've
All
had a
right.
lot of fun with that one.
Yeah, that one should definitely make the record.
Yeah, hopefully so.
We'll put your vote in.
Yeah. Add my vote. Just if it counts.
You'll
You
let
can count it
corporate
as a
know.
half vote or something. Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Tiebreaker.
That one, the riff, the guitar riff's fun enough
Yeah,
playing
that
that. Like I
guitar
want it
riff
to
is
be there
sick.
just so that we can keep doing it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Sometimes it's like you write a riff so good, it's like it doesn't even matter what the rest of the song is. You're like I have
is true.
I
Yeah.
need
Bro,
people
that
to
was,
know that I
um,
wrote that.
That was a really hard part of that one. Was I was sitting on that riff forever,
Yeah. You're
like
how do
forever.
write
I was like, it's so fun,
Yeah.
but like it's so stupid that it was like, should it be, and then like what could go with it? Like I don't want to blow it.
It's almost got like a James Gang vibe to it.
Oh, love it, man.
Little bit.
Joe Walsh, man. The Jays
Yeah.
are all my favorite, dude. Joe Perry, Joe Walsh, Jimmy Page.
They all have
come on.
J names. That's-
Exactly.
When I was a kid, I thought
Jimi
that meant, like,
Hendrix.
my destiny was to like
Oh, you're right.
to be a good guitarist. Like,
You're
well,
right.
they all have J names. That sets me up pretty good.
And not a ton of C's, I don't think, right? In the guitar pantheon.
No, I'm really
No C's?
I'm gonna make a stamp for Chandler.
Yeah.
All the Chandlers out there, man. Yeah. Representation.
Represent. Well,
Yeah, love it.
So those three were that's all new stuff.
All new
It's
stuff, yeah.
unreleased.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So I'm gonna go through. We have like a little. We have like questions that we ask everybody.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty funny what the answers are usually. You've kind of already answered one of them, but I'll go ahead and throw it out there if anybody has a second answer. But go-to food spots.
ML Rose, man.
Yeah, go to
ML
ML
Rose.
Rose's
Love
plug.
ML Rose. Yeah, go to the one on Charlotte Avenue and ask for Chandler Grammar.
And tip.
Beer.
But like,
Hour.
Yeah,
But no
he
joke,
won't
like-
cut you off. No matter how drunk you get, he'll let you keep drinking.
That's right.
the joke there for the people at home is that I had to cut off our very own keyboard player, Andrew, last week.
Ah.
He came in and got a little rowdy. Got a little rowdy in one of the
too
booths.
much
I had to
fun.
cut him off. But yeah, like honestly, I mean that is a joke because I work there, but also I love him.
Yeah, it's a great
so
spot.
We
It's so
all
good.
eat there all the time.
The
I mean,
burgers
but
are so
Monell's
good.
midnight breakfast is
Hard to beat.
like
Definitely
the,
gonna keep
Yeah.
that.
that's
Sushi
our
train.
favorite thing.
Sushi train is
Sushi
Gotta hit the
Really?
sushi train.
I've heard many a thing about Sushi Train.
Oh, it's beautiful.
50%
It is
off
good.
for lunch.
It will ruin your day. You know what I mean? Like that's your day. If you
That-
go there,
you're making
that's-
plans.
Yeah.
That's your
don't,
calories.
Don't do anything else.
It's on the calendar.
I have a
Like,
really hard
yeah.
time with places where you pay X amount of dollars and eat as much as you want, because then it's like I need to make this as worth it as possible.
100%.
And like, I mean, we'll eat $20 worth of sushi in 5 minutes, and then spend the rest of the time torturing our bodies. You know?
Yeah. Because you keep pushing yourself.
Oh, it's crazy,
after you're
man.
Done.
As soon
You're
as
like,
you think you're done, the donuts come around, and then like a bunch of fruit, and then it's like I'm ready for some more sushi. You know.
yeah.
Andrew eats his body weight in Long Gone every time we go.
Long gone?
I've never seen a Long Gone in the wild. I have no clue what they look like, but they taste so good.
What is it?
It's like a pear. It
It's a
tastes like
fruit?
pear.
Have you ever seen like a pearl onion?
Sure.
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
they look like, but they taste like pears.
I don't know if they come like that or if they scoop it out of something. I have no clue what it is, man, but it tastes fantastic.
I've got enough places to keep me occupied for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't know any of those.
Another question that we ask everybody, especially people that are touring or playing shows regularly, is: you have any good like show stories for us? I know I'm putting you on the spot. If you,
Hey, yeah, tell them about Wise Guys, Jordan.
I knew y'all'd have something.
Me and
Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that come to mind, but definitely the most
yeah.
traumatizing that I would say. Christian and I got hired to play this gig out in was it Clarksville?
oh, it's Clarksville.
It's
Yeah,
Clarksville at a place called Wise
Sure it
Guys.
Yeah, the best part of Tennessee, if you didn't know.
100%.
Yeah.
A place called Wise
Nothing
Guys.
but cops and military and rednecks.
Yeah,
It's
it
great.
Y'all's
it was
vibe
a
for
trip,
sure.
and
Yeah.
I'll forego the part where our friend almost got arrested for just being Cuban. That was a whole
That'll
thing.
do it.
And but
all it
that
takes
was
up
even
there.
before the show.
Yeah.
So then we were playing the show, and they're just talking shit on us the whole time. They come up and start touching our amps and all these things, and then this is when we really
And
started
by
to be
they,
like,
you mean
"Hey, don't touch our stuff," you know.
Just the crowd.
By
It's just
they-
the people in the
The
bar.
crowd
Yeah.
is coming up, and
that's crazy.
Like
touching our amps.
25 angry redneck people, one of whom had a full body Confederate flag sweatsuit
nice.
on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was
Speaking of
really
Blues
classy.
Brothers,
crazy.
there's a
It-
scene in the Blues Brothers that, you know,
yeah,
Sure.
it's like when they're in that Bob's country
Mhm.
bunker place.
They're
That's what it
throwing the
was
bottles
like.
against
chicken
the
wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were, we started yelling back at them a little bit, and then it turned into just an angry mob. There's no stage, so we're just standing straight from across from them, and they're screaming obscenities, us flicking us off, saying "fuck you, fuck you," to all of us. And then the singer that was working the show with us did not know how to handle it, so she was like, "All right, if you guys don't stop, I'm gonna talk to you like I talked to my 4-year-old." And the whole crowd just went, "Whoa!"
It
just
really went
erupted in
downhill after
anger,
that.
and I'm just like, "Oh my god, we're in a bad. This is
Yeah,
bad.
like, we're not
now."
gonna make it out
All
alive.
of these people have guns.
I mean, the whole time
All of these people
we're
have guns.
standing where their pool table should be, and
Totally.
they just slid it out of the way for us
Oh,
to
God.
Yeah.
set up our instruments.
And the bartender came up and started grabbing our empty beer bottles. And Christian was like, "Why are you doing that?" She was like, "Because these are going to be used as weapons." And we're like, "Oh, what do? We keep playing?"
Yeah.
You just took our weapons.
you have to fight your way out of
I'm
there.
like,
just
dude,
to-
I guess
the real thing that made it just like spiral was it was some chick's birthday in there,
we would
and
eat
this
their cake.
this guy came up with cake for us, and we're like, kind of busy, like we're playing a set, like thank you, but we're not gonna eat any cake.
In a 4-hour set.
And like dude's face just dropped completely, and they all like he went back and told the table like these guys will not eat the cake.
that is
and
the term.
everyone just
It- 'cause we
decided like
wouldn't
these are
eat
the
this lady's
worst
birthday
people.
cake.
How
And
dare
I
you?
literally,
Yeah.
a guy straight up was looking at me, an old man with a cane was looking up right at me and just going,
Straight
and
to the
then
heart.
Came up to me on stage as I'm playing and whispering to me, "You fucking suck." And I was just like, what? Where am I? Like, this is
the
we are
Twilight
playing.
Zone.
Oh
we are
my
playing your
gosh.
song,
Oh,
the songs that you want.
I remember
Yeah.
multiple songs of we'd look at each other in the middle of playing, and we'd just start talking. We're like, "Do you think we should leave? Like, do you think it would be more beneficial for us to just like get our stuff and get out of here and not get in a fight with a bunch of Clarksville people?"
Survival sake.
It was a
yeah.
bunch
Yeah.
of toothless
Yeah.
meth head rednecks, about 40 to 50 of them screaming at
That's
us.
terrifying.
It was terrifying. It was the worst gig.
Oh my gosh.
We went back to their house, to Chan and Kristen's place, and we stayed up till like 6 a.m. just walking around their apartment being like, what was that? How did we survive? How did we get out of here?
Yeah, how did y'all get out of there?
We finished
Quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how
very
long did you
carefully,
play?
yeah.
everybody actually ended up leaving the bar.
Oh,
So by the time we were done, there was nobody in there.
wow. So y'all played the full 4 hours.
Yes.
Wow,
We played the full. Yeah.
Well
Oh yeah,
done.
I
It
mean,
does truck on
we
through.
signed up to do a job. You know, we're gonna.
that's
Yeah.
professional.
Consummate
as hell.
professionals.
Nice. You and the quotes today. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, we
does
had
rock
Guns
that-
N' Roses to play. We weren't getting off that stage. Like, we had rehearsed a lot of songs we didn't
Good
love.
man.
The
Yeah.
funniest
Good
thing,
man.
part of a part of that was when we would play their songs, we'd play like a Guns N' Roses or Bon Jovi, and they would dance in and be laughing
Totally.
and singing, and then as soon as we stopped, they would be like, "Fuck you!" And we were like, "We don't understand."
Yeah, they would come up and knock the headphones off of our head.
That does remind me, though, if anyone's in that part of the country toward the end of April, Gears, Wise Guys in Clarksville.
Yeah.
Live.
Y'all are going back?
Heck no, dude.
Okay, I was like,
No.
I was about to say.
There's two venues in the nation that we will not play. We don't have to say the name of the other one, but Wise Guys is number one. We will not play Wise Guys.
For one,
Yeah.
Gears will no longer be playing at Wise Guys.
Sorry to disappoint.
You gotta
our
know. You
huge
gotta know what works
Clarksville
for you.
Fan
base in
Yeah.
Clarksville.
Well, the final question we ask, and this is a little bit sappy, but if you had advice for somebody wanting to do what y'all do and trying to, in your case, start a band, start playing shows regularly, write music, what's like one little piece of advice you would just give somebody? Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
I
do.
feel
We
like
can go around.
We could take
one by
turns on
one.
that one for
Nice
sure.
start.
Yeah, go for it.
Ask one more time. Sorry, just for the clip.
Okay.
Cut that.
If there's somebody watching this right now that wants to do exactly what y'all are doing, playing in a band, playing shows, what's one piece of advice you'd give them?
Don't do it. Don't
There
do
we
it,
go.
man.
Yeah.
Million views
It's
on TikTok.
not worth it. Not for real though. We don't need more competition, dude. Well, honestly, like to be for real,
Sure.
like if you're crazy enough to like actually want to do it, you just keep doing it. You know.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of friends. I can't even speak for all of us on this. I can speak kind of for me and Christian, but we've had a lot of friends who, like, we played shows with them or heard music they were making, and like we love it. Like, there's this one friend I'm thinking of in particular who's just like, I mean, his songs are like, oh my gosh, like that is so good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that is the perfect form of what you're doing. That is so good, and it's just like real life gets the best of you. You know, you kind of have to be a bit of a Peter Pan.
Yeah.
To like actually pursue it, you have to be a bit of an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you a little insane, a little
Little
like
bit delusion.
forego like regular life a bit, you know,
Yeah.
and be okay with just like falling off the skateboard 6 million times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it.
Just
you know?
don't stop.
But yeah, that's really what I would say. My jokey advice, that's also real, don't do it at all. But my real advice is keep doing it and never stop. So somewhere in the middle is
A little
probably the good
conflicting,
advice.
but yeah, I think we get the spirit.
I like it. Though.
It's one of the other, you know, if you feel that you can quit, like it would be possible for you to quit,
Yeah, you shouldn't
quit.
do it.
You
Yeah.
have to quit right now because you're never going to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like if there is no other option to you, if there's no other way that you can see yourself being happy in life than by playing music and writing music, then don't ever stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
That's right.
If I was to give advice to someone who wanted to be doing, I guess, what we're doing, getting started in the band in the writing world or the playing world, it would be to listen to yourself. I mean, just whenever you practice or whenever you play with people, record yourself when you play together. record yourself when you're by yourself. That way you can listen to yourself like you listen to other people and improve on yourself. But also with the band, you know, clips, bits, TikToks, reels, whatever. That for whatever purpose you do that for marketing, whatever you could do. But you know, I feel like we always like listen to music as musicians and say, "Oh, I want to do that. And I want to like add it into my repertoire." But if you don't listen to yourself, how do you really know what you're playing, what you're putting out there? And you know,
Like
I feel like we always think we know what we're playing, and then you ever listen to a video yourself and you're like, "Oh, that sucks."
No, but I listen to a video of you and think that.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. But
No, but it's true. Like when you, I teach drum lessons too, and I always tell my students to record themselves, because if you do that, like when you're playing and you're in the moment recording yourself, you don't have enough room in your brain really to hear how you sound.
Yeah.
But once you listen back, oh, you got room. You got room to be like, okay, I should be
room
doing
for a
it.
bunch more feelings
Yeah.
than I had.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I think it's good advice.
Yeah, I come
100%.
from like a little bit of self background from like recording, so just recording my own music and hearing myself, and I guess all the other guys can agree. We all record our own music. Until you do that, you don't really know how it sounds.
It's true.
You know,
It's great.
and just from practice,
Yeah.
just recording over and over. Yeah.
I'd say like advice to somebody that wanted to play locally or wherever they are locally, but start playing gigs and everything. Getting on stage feels really, really good, like all the time. Like just getting up there and playing songs feels great. But I think it's really important to feel good about who you're doing it with, the songs that you're doing it with. You know, you can get up there and musicians can get up there and play whatever, but I think it means a lot more when you're doing something that you care about, you know. And I think that betters bands and that betters the community as a whole, you know, people going to shows and everything.
I think one of the most important things is that it has to come from within you personally for any band to work out. All four of us need to individually feel that spark and have that drive and practice individually and try to get better. And, you know, it all has to come from within. If one of us is not having that, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? It's being in a band is very much like being in a relationship, like a marriage or something like that, where you have to compromise. You can't step on people's toes. You have to know when to pick your battles, not, you know, just working with the people to doing that. And music is a very intimate thing. And when someone is open enough to share that part of themselves with you, you know, and bring the songs to the table, that's a super intimate, sacred thing, you know. So you have to do with people that you respect and you love and you care about, and like they all have to feel that individually. There can't be one person not feeling that. Then it's not going to work. Then you got to get rid of that person. That would be my suggestion.
Yeah.
I do think I think the respect is a good point too. There's some dude that I obsess with is Laird Hamilton. He's like a big wave surfer. He held a record for the biggest wave. But he's also kind of known for being in like this power couple. It's him and his wife, and she was like this big Olympic volleyball player back in the day. Relationships. He and her were saying just like, yeah, the only way this relationship works is if we each respect each other. So I respect her work ethic, and she respects.
This definitely feels like a big four-way relationship.
It 100%.
Yeah, no, seriously.
It's a band.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
And that's how it has to be. That's the only way that it's going to work.
That's right.
No,
Yeah.
and that's kind of one of the things,
Yeah.
like going back to us talking about sort of like the Nashville, for lack of a better term, Nashville model of like hired gun bands.
Yep.
It's like you get to subvert a lot of the risk that comes with that, you know, because like in any relationship, romantic or not, like you run the risk. You get so close that when things aren't good, they're really not good. You know what I mean? You don't fight with people you don't know. You fight with the people that you love. You know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you
Most
get to-
people, for at least.
yeah, I mean, legit, you know. So like being in one of those situations, you get to circumvent all of that risk. But I think it kind of puts a ceiling on where you can get, you know, because
Yeah.
if you can have that relationship together, then like the peaks are incredible. You know,
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean,
where the good
especially
shit
as you
is, yeah.
strengthen over years, and it's like that whole like you get to where like you're finishing each other's sentences musically. You know what I mean? It's like I know what Jordan's about to do, or Rose knows what I'm about to do, or you know, I mean, we're
You
all
know,
just kind of playing hacky sack, you know.
And that's-
100%.
That's
Yeah.
the most fun thing is when we do that. Like oftentimes, like Christian and I will just do something and it would line up perfectly, and it would just be completely improv.
Yep.
And we won't ever I don't ever look at these guys unless I look at them when they do something cool. You know what I
Or
mean?
bad.
Or bad.
Yeah, it's one of the two. You either did something really good or like you're getting.
But that's
Yeah.
it. It's like I can just turn off my brain and I
Right.
know where they are with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's
It's kind of like being able to like you can close your eyes and like touch your knee, no problem. You know, it's like you can close your eyes and like I know where they're going.
Well, it's like,
I know where
it's
we
like the
are, I
old
know.
school football guys used to go out in pitch black and throw passes together. You know, in the pitch black, like that's the type of connection and chemistry.
Right. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Well, I'm going to check our levels one more time, and then
Oh yeah, we can give that to the drummer.
all right. Thanks so much for coming on and hanging out and playing some tunes with us.
Thanks for
It's
having
been
us,
very
man.
fun.
This has been a
Pleasure to
blast.
be
So
here.
fun.
Thank you very much.
Anything you want to plug coming up? Anything exciting?
When does this come out?
This comes out on Friday.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, it's a
so
week from
plug.
our show at the Cobra.
That'll be the day of the show.
Yeah.
no.
No.
Be the 22nd.
Yeah,
that it drops.
We
And then
play
we're playing the 29th.
March 29th at the Cobra over in East Nashville. It's right off Gallatin Pike. We're playing with a couple extremely talented bands. Hollowhead is one of them. There's some real cool guys that we saw at the end a few weeks ago playing with our friend Stammer, and they're really fun. They bring a lot of energy. And then we're playing with Shannon the Eastman as well. They're putting a single out that night, so it's going to be a good show. And we'll be coming off a week in the studio, so we're going to have some new songs that we're excited to get up there and share with everybody.
And then on top of that, it's April 10th, right? April 10th,
Yeah.
we're back at the Cobra. And then on April 19th, we're playing in the Alt Fest at the 5 Spot.
Nice.
Oh, fun.
That's kind of all we have booked out right now. If
Unless you
anyone's
live
up,
in Illinois. Yeah, if you live in Illinois, we'll be playing the Eclipse Fest on April 6th.
yeah, we're kicking off the festival. It's a festival on a farm in the path of totality. So if you want to come park your car, hang out for a couple of days, it will get super dark during some of the sets in the middle of the day.
Cool.
So that's, it'll be very fun and trippy.
Oh, the eclipse.
Yeah, there's a solar eclipse.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And
Okay,
the
that sentence
location
makes
of the
sense now.
festival is like right in the flight path,
So cool.
Yeah,
And
really
that's
cool
so
setup.
cool.
Shout out to our friends Arnica, Montana.
Arnica,
a band
Montana.
from Chicago that got us on that bill. And
So cool.
yeah.
Marky Burjack, man, he's the man. He was our bass player back in college. And now he's up in a couple of bands, Arnica, Montana, and Glass Beagle up Chicago way. Both really, really great bands. Different styles, really, really fun, both of them, and really good and creative. So they'll also be at the Eclipse Fest, and they kind of brought us along for some action. So we're really excited for that one. But otherwise, that's kind of it. Hopefully
Listen to Atlas.
it's an Atlas.
Yeah.
Check out our other stuff, and then hopefully before too long we'll have some more music coming. So, and some of the songs we played today will hopefully be some of the ones that will be coming. So,
Awesome.
All right.
So cool.
if not, you heard them here. You know what I mean? Cool. Anything else you want us to run the?
I think we're good. We're ready
Cool.
to go.
Right on. Well,
Let's hear
this
it.
track is a song of ours called "The Flowers." It's the closing track off of our record Atlas. So this is our one Atlas track. Hope you enjoy. Lost myself in the flowers. It took me hours to find my way home again. It was nice out there. I could have died out there. Always so scared coming back home. I keep going back to the flowers. Make it easy to feel alone. Leave my house or be a coward. Let the flowers be my home. Andrew Rhodes on the keyboard. Let me slip away. I could spend all day in their afternoons. The sun shines out there. When it rains, it's fine out there. Always so scared coming back home.